Hello students, welcome back to your online class. We have seen about synthetic fibers and plastics. Today we are going to revise about plastics. What are plastics? Plastics are the polymers of large molecule having many repeating chemical units. See children, plastics have uncountable application in our day-to-day life. Can you list out some of the plastic materials in home? Buckets, mugs, combs, chairs, toothbrush, toys, pencil box, snacks box, pen, etc. Now, what is plastic? Plastics are the polymers of large molecule having many repeating chemical units. Do you know who invented this plastic? This plastic was invented in the year 1863 by John Wesley Hyatt. Then, let us see about the two types of plastics. Now, what are the two types of plastic, students? The two types are thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Now, what do you mean by thermoplastics? The plastics that can be remolded again on heating into different shapes are called thermoplastics. Then the plastics that cannot be remolded into any shape or into different shape after heating are called thermosetting plastics. Can you say some examples for thermoplastics? Thermoplastics examples, we can say plastic buckets, PVC, then polystyrene, etc. polythene bags, etc. But thermosetting plastics example, melamine, bakelite, etc. Okay, so we have to see the difference between the two types of plastics. The differences between thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. First point is, thermoplastics are linear and lightly cross-linked polymers. What do you mean by polymers, students? That is, many monomers, they join together to form a large molecule called polymer. These polymers are linked together, linear or in a straight line, or it can be lightly cross-linked. They can join lightly like cross-linked shape. Then that type of plastic we can call as thermoplastic. So, thermoplastics are linear and lightly cross-linked polymers forms a type of plastic, that is thermoplastics. At the same time, see this picture, thermosetting plastics are cross-linked. Cross-linked means see the molecules. One monomer joined here with another and it is joined here. Then again it is joined like this. It is not a straight line. It is not linear. It is cross-linked or heavily cross-linked polymer. Okay. So, thermosetting plastics are heavily cross-linking polymers. If it forms a type of plastic, then that plastic is called as thermosetting plastics. The next one is, thermoplastics can be melted. If you heat, it can be melted and it can be remolded or it can be changed again, okay, remolded or molded into any desired shape. At the same time, thermosetting plastics, they cannot be remolded after reheating. So, this is the second point. The third point is PVC. PVC and LDPE are the examples of thermoplastics. What is PVC? Polyvinyl chloride. LDPE means low density polyethylene. So, these are the two examples of thermoplastics. At the same time, melamine and bakelite are examples of thermosetting plastics. So, now you have seen the difference between thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Thermoplastics are linear and lightly cross-linked polymers and forms a plastic called thermoplastic. Thermosetting plastics are heavily cross-linked polymers form a type of plastic called thermosetting plastics. Then thermoplastics can be melted by heating and molded into desired shapes. Thermosetting plastics cannot be remolded after reheating. Examples of thermoplastics are polyvinyl chloride PVC, polyvinyl chloride, LDPE, that is low density polyethylene, are the examples of thermoplastics. At the same time, melamine and bakelite are the examples of thermosetting plastics. Now let us see about some of the uses of this plastic. Plastics can be easily molded into any shapes after heating. So they are used for making variety of objects of different shapes and sizes. First of all, we will see one by one. First type of plastic is PET. What do you mean by PET? Polyethylene terephthalate. Now this PET is used for making containers for microwave cooking, bottles of carbonated beverages, water bottles and other food containers. The next one is HDPE. It is high density polyethylene. Now this HDPE is used for making containers for storing and corrosive household and industrial chemicals such as bleaches and acids. Next type is LDPE, low density polyethylene. This LDPE is used for making poly bags, grocery bags and packing of foods and bread. Then the next one is polyvinyl chloride. What is the use of this polyvinyl chloride? It is used for making pipes for sanitary fittings like water pipes. Then the next one is polypropylene. Polypropylene is used for making ketchup bottles, yogurt containers, medicine bottles and automobile battery casings. The last type is PS. What is mean by PS? Polystyrene. Polystyrene is used for making disposable cups. Do you know, children, thermocol? Thermocol is a form of polystyrene and this thermocol is used for making many disposable cups, packaging material of fragile items such as computer and television. Okay, so these are the various uses of plastics. Let us revise the general properties of plastics. Plastics have different physical and chemical properties. Among all the properties, some of the properties are common. Okay, so let us see that one by one. First of all, plastics have low thermal conductivity. So what do you mean by thermal conductivity? Plastics does not allow heat to pass through that. That is, they are poor conductors of heat. Now, why do we want to study this thermal conductivity? There are some uses. These plastics are suitable for making handles of cooking vessels. Then it is used in refrigerators as a foam core. Then also it is used for making containers used in microwave oven. So, due to this uses only, we are studying about thermal conductivity. So, since plastics have low thermal conductivity, we are utilizing for making handles of cookwares, refrigerators and in making containers that is used in microwave oven. Okay. Then next point, that is the second property is electrical conductivity. What do you mean by electrical conductivity? If a substance allow current to pass through them or electric current to pass through them, then we can say it has electrical conductivity. Normally, plastics are poor conductors of electricity. That is, it will not allow current to pass through that. That's why we are using this plastic for covering the materials in electrical appliances, cords and electrical outlets and wiring. Then, the third property is solubility in water. Is this plastic dissolving in water like salt? No. So, plastics are insoluble in water and therefore they are used for making bottles, buckets and other containers. Then, effect of flame. Most plastics are inflammable. What is the meaning of inflammable? That is, they catch fire easily. The last point is reactivity. Plastics do not react or do not get rusted or corroded. Therefore, they are used in homes for storing food and laboratories for storing chemicals such as acids and bleaches. So, once again, we will revise the general properties of plastics. First property is thermal conductivity. Plastics have low thermal conductivity because they are poor conductors of heat. So, due to this low thermal conductivity, we are making them suitable for making handles of cooking vessels, used in refrigerators as foam core, and making containers used in microwave oven. Then the second point is electrical conductivity. Plastics are the poor conductors of electricity. That's why they are used for covering materials in electrical appliances, cords, electrical outlets and wiring. The next one is solubility in water. Whether this plastic is soluble in water? No, it is insoluble in water. That's why they are used for making bottles, buckets and other containers used for storing food. Then, effect of flame. Most plastics are inflammable. That is, they catch fire easily. The last point is reactivity. Reactivity. Plastics do not corrode or rust, and therefore they are used in homes for storing food items, and in laboratories we are making use of them to store chemicals such as acids and bleaches. So, these are the general properties of plastics. Okay, now we will see about a fruit fact or truth fact. Do you know 3D printing, children? 3D printing uses a printer to create three-dimensional objects. So, this 3D printing is used in our day-to-day life in a wide manner. 3D printing is being widely used in various fields. It is used in the medical field, dentistry, architecture, aerospace modeling and automobile and engineering. Okay, aircraft equipments produced using 3D printers are almost 60 to 65% lighter and equally they are very strong. In the field of medicine, experts have developed 3D printed skin for burn victims, facial reconstruction parts for cancer patients, orthopedic implants and prosthetics. So, these are the truth facts we have seen today. That is 3D printing. What is its wide use? Why we are using? How we are using? We have learned that. So, today's class we revised about what is a plastic, who invented plastic, what are the two types of plastics. Then we have seen about the examples of plastic. Then we have seen the differences between the two plastics. Let us revise once again today's portion. Okay. First one, what is plastic? Plastic is a polymer like synthetic fiber that is having a large molecule having many repeated chemical units. Now the two types of plastics are thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. So what are the two types of plastics? Thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. What do you mean by thermoplastics? Thermoplastics are the plastics that can be melted by heating and molded into desired shapes. Also, example for thermoplastics are PVC and LDPE. What do you mean by PVC? Polyvinyl chloride. What do you mean by LDPE? Low density polyethylene. Then, what are thermosetting plastics? Give two examples. Thermosetting plastics are the plastics that cannot be remolded after reheating. Example, melamine and bakelite. Okay. So, you are clear about the plastics and what are the two types of plastics. Do you know who discovered the plastics? It is John Wesley Hyatt in the year 1863. John Wesley Hyatt in 1863 invented plastics. Okay. Now, we have to see about the uses of plastic. PET. What is PET? Polyethylene terephthalate. What is PET? Polyethylene terephthalate. What is the use of PET? It is used for making containers for microwave cooking, then bottles of carbonated beverages, water bottles and other food containers. Then HDPE. What do you mean by HDPE? HDPE means high density polyethylene. What are the uses of HDPE? It is used for making containers of strong and corrosive household and industrial chemicals such as bleaches and acids. That is, to store the acids and bleaches we are utilizing HDPE. Then LDPE. The full form for LDPE is low density polyethylene. What is LDPE? Low density polyethylene. What is its use? What is the use of LDPE? It is used for making poly bags, grocery bags and packaging of foods and bread. Then, what is PVC? PVC is polyvinyl chloride. What is the use of PVC? PVC is used for making pipes for sanitary fittings. Then, the next one is PP. What is PP? Polypropylene. Polypropylene. What is the use of polypropylene? Polypropylene is used for making ketchup bottles, yogurt containers, medicine bottles and automobile battery castings. Then, what is PS? PS is polystyrene. What is the use of PS? PS is used for making disposable cups, packaging materials for fragile items such as computers and televisions. Now, there is another form of PS. Another form of polystyrene is thermocol. Okay. Now, so we have seen the uses of plastic. Shall we revise the general properties of plastic? What are the general properties of plastics? Plastics have low thermal conductivity. Plastics are poor conductors of electricity. Then plastics are insoluble in water. Then plastics are inflammable. Then plastics do not corrode or rust or damage. Okay, so these are the general properties of plastics. First of all, plastics have low thermal conductivity. Then plastics are poor conductors of electricity. Third point, plastics are insoluble in water. Then fourth point, plastics are inflammable. Then plastics do not corrode or rust or get damaged. So these are the general properties of plastics. Now let me ask one question. Why do we want to study about thermal conductivity of plastics and what is the use of this low thermal conductivity of plastics? Since plastics have low thermal conductivity, it is used for making handles of cooking wires, cooking vessels, used in refrigerators, making containers used in microwave oven. So, it is used for, plastics are used for making handles of cooking vessels, and it is used in refrigerators, and it is used for making containers used in microwave oven. Now, why do we use plastic material for covering electrical appliances? Since plastics are poor conductors of electricity, we use plastics for covering materials in electrical appliances, cords, electrical outlets and wiring. Now, what do you mean by 3D? 3D printing. 3D printing is a printer that is used to create three-dimensional objects. So, this 3D printing is used in various fields such as medicine, dentistry, architecture, aerospace modeling and automobile engineering. Now, these 3D printers are very lighter, that is almost 60 to 65% lighter, and it is also very strong. Okay, that's why this 3D printing is used in medical field for skin burns for burn victims and facial reconstruction parts for cancer patients, and also orthopedic implants and prosthetics. That's all, children. So, what is your duty? You listen the class, YouTube class thoroughly, and what are the portions I revised, you learn or revise thoroughly and be prepared for the midterm test. Okay, thank you.